Shaun has grown multiple channels, past 1 million subscribers, 2 billion views, 14 million subscribers total. And I'm asking him, what are the behind the scenes tips, tricks, and secrets, and advice and tactics used to get multiple channels past 1 million subscribers? And one of the big ones is putting family first. And you might not realize the impact that this makes if you want to grow a channel.
True.
But we're going to talk about that coming up in this video. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer. Welcome to Video Creators. We are all about helping you guys grow a YouTube audience so you can spread a message that reaches people and changes their lives. And you do need to consider the lives of the people in your audience, but you also need to consider the lives of the other people that you live with.
Correct.
Because your lifestyle as a creator has a tremendous impact on the people that you are
within the walls of your own home. Yep.
Yeah, so if you want to reach past 1 million subscribers like Shaun, it's an important thing. When you say put family first, what does that mean in relation to your content creation and your YouTube strategy?
Well, the only thing we take with us from this life is our relationships, and primarily that's with our families, and we only get one chance to raise these kids.
Don't screw it up.
We talked about through this series how easy it is to become YouTube drunk and being addicted to the numbers and how that can affect you personally, but it has a huge impact on your family. And you see this a lot in the kids and family content arena on YouTube, where families are addicted to the numbers and the growth and the success and the fame and the money, and they have little kids. And I'm not judging anybody's parenting, but if you're creating events to go to specifically so you can record it, and it's not really meant to create family memories, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons, right? And eventually, we only have one chance to raise these kids, and if we don't take that time to actually be a parent with a camera off, we could lose that opportunity, and that's something you'll never get back.
One of the things we do on our family's channel with our kids is we ask them, do you want to vlog this? Or sometimes they're like, no, I just want this to be our family. And sometimes they're like, yeah, it's going to be fun. Let's make it, because they want the video to watch later.
True.
So we give them the option. If they say no, cool.
Yep.
Like, the internet doesn't need to see everything we do. They're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
And then as a parent, you're like, oh, but this could get lots of views and we can't sacrifice this. Never sacrifice. I know, like, when we say it, everyone's like, but when you actually look at your actions, it's easier than you think to sacrifice your family for the sake of views, especially if you are a family channel.
Correct, absolutely. We had on Cute Girls Hairstyles a daughter that had shorter hair, Rylan, our fourth daughter. And with short hair, there's a lot of hairstyles you can do with that, but the other girls had long hair, so she was perfect for what we needed on our channel. She did not like doing tutorials. And if you go back and look at our entire library on Cute Girls Hairstyles, you'll see that Rylan is maybe in 3 or 4, maybe 5 out of 450 hairstyles.
Wow.
Being one of 4 older daughters, that's not very many.
Yeah.
And the audience actually thought it was because she was our least favorite child, which is not the case. Is that we weren't going to force her to be in a tutorial just because she had short hair, because we wanted the views on short hairstyles. If she didn't want to, we weren't going to force her to do it. And that was something that we've held to from the beginning. We don't force our kids to have YouTube channels. They get one if they want one, only if they're responsible enough to take care of the work that entails it.
At the age of 13.
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, this plays into so many other ways besides just content. I mean, it's just like, there's always more email to do. And then my family's sitting down to dinner, and they're sitting there like, Dad, are you coming? And I'll be honest, like sometimes I'm like, in a minute, which turns into 5.
I've fallen into that, absolutely.
Right? And then the family and the other people, whether it's your family or people, roommates or whoever, just people in your life who are important to you, friends, like, oh, I can't hang out with them because they're just going to video it.
Correct.
Or they're just going to want to put this on YouTube. Or they're just going to like, or they're always busy with that thing. They don't have time for anything. Then the calls stop coming. It's just like whether it's family or people who are important to you, it's important to put those real life relationships first. And you know what? If the person doesn't get their email responded to, it's fine. I've given up several $1,000s in brand deals. Like just one brand deal will be several $1,000s. You just, you know what? Dinner with my family is more important than that right now, which I know sounds like, how could you say that? But it is.
I think it's important too between spouses. For any of you that are married, like it's hard to work with your spouse and live with your spouse because there is no shut off between work and personal, right? When you work in an office as a husband or a wife and you come home and you have that together time, that's traditional. That's what everybody experiences. When you work together, you're together all the time. So it's important for you, especially when the success starts to come and more people want more, that you remember to take the time out to date your spouse, go on a vacation with your spouse and with your kids without the cameras, give them those memories that are not tied to the YouTube. Now, it's great to have the videos on YouTube. They'll be like family videos they can watch, forever in the future. But if the intent is solely to get content for views, then your priorities are upside down.
One of the things that's been really helpful in our family is we practice like a 24-hour period every single week where we just disconnect.
That's smart.
From everything.
That's smart.
And so we put our phones.
Is it hard for you to do?
At first it was.
Yeah.
Now I can't wait.
Because you expect and the reward.
Our whole family looks forward to that. So we go from Friday night to Saturday night, because that rhythm works best for our family. And I'm not checking email. I'm not looking at social media stuff.
Good for you.
We start it every Friday night with a big celebratory meal as a family. One of the things we say with our kids is good work brings good reward.
Sure.
And so they do good work all week long with their homeschooling and things. And that we come to this meal, like this is like the treat that our family gets to experience together. Dad was working hard. My wife works harder than I do as little kids.
All our wives work harder than we do.
They're like, did your wife work? I'm like, harder than me. And so this is the point where you got to share that around this big meal. It's the only time of the week we do dessert. We have special drinks. They get soda. We don't usually do that during the week, things like that. And then Saturday is like we're playing games, like board games together, sometimes video games, going out to parks. Like it's just, we disconnect and that's it. And that rhythm has been really important for our family. And our whole family looks forward to that. It's really hard. But when I started just like, let me just see kind of go 24 hours without checking work email, I realized that because that was so hard, I'm like, I am addicted and a slave to work itself. And I'm a boss, but I have a big boss like that is like
the job,
me in.
The job, yep.
So
I can
that's
totally
really
relate.
healthy for our family, and that allows us to put them first and just disconnect and recalibrate for the rest of the week.
Yeah, we always make it a point every Friday night. We have older kids now, so they can babysit the youngers.
Oh, that must be amazing.
Minnie and I get a date night out, and our rule is no phones. It's hard sometimes because we have the kids need to get a hold of us, and our phone's there, and it's beeping or buzzing, and you want to look at it. Sometimes I'll look at you, be like, I got you, But the intent of it is to still date, still enjoy that time together, because the schedule can completely overrun your life, and you're like, who are you? Or do we even know? I mean,
we become business partners instead of
exactly.
Partners.
Instead of we got forever together. We got why ruin it now?
We got to get into our date night and talk about emails and brand deals and even kids stuff sometimes. What are we? So
this is advice not even just for YouTube. It's for anybody.
Now we're just ranting as dads.
Or like spend more time with your spouse.
Yes.
Tell them how much you appreciate what they do.
That is far.
I don't do enough of it, but we're trying to put things in place where we have that time to do that. It's so easy to lose that time to work or kids or whatever.
One of the things that I like doing as a creator is like subscribing to channels of like people that I think are doing it well, and just trying to learn from the outside, like what are they doing, how are they doing this. So there's links to a lot of their channels down below. You guys can go check them out, subscribe, follow their channels, even if you're not into hairstyle and stuff
or
like
teen girl stuff. Just watch what we do, and if it helps,
and
it helps
from them. And just pick up on their values and their systems and their patterns and everything that they do. So all that's down there below. Subscribe here to Video Creators if you haven't yet already. We're gonna be doing another series about how they got to 1 million subscribers with another creator here coming up soon. So subscribe to get that, and I'll see you guys in that next series. See you then. Bye.
See you guys.